Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hear you. We're starting it. Oh my goodness. I said maybe a week or so ago that I was going to start watching the coverage. I actually said I maybe watch the coverage of PewDiePie doing Dramageddon 2 with Bye Sister, and oh my god. Ooh, I have not heard the end of it. Oh my god, we're going to start. We're starting. So basically, if you do not know, PewDiePie was actually a big member involved in Dramageddon 2, Bye Sister. PewDiePie was actually the reason that James Charles made the No More Lies video. PewDiePie actually had James Charles on his channel during the height of Bye Sister and basically got his audience to take James Charles under their wing, and it was a main reason that James Charles was able to build back on the platform. So PewDiePie, and he went really hard against Tati Westbrook. Like, PewDiePie was very, very, very against Tati Westbrook. And so I have seen one or two of these videos, but I never watched all of them. So we're going to do this together. But yeah, it is crazy how much PewDiePie is involved in this lore, and most people don't even know about it. Thank you so much to everyone who's been sending things to the P.O. Box, by the way, because I went today and I have sent out a bunch of the signed postcards. If you don't know what we're doing, I'm sending signed postcards and letters out to anyone that sends things to the P.O. Box. I sent a bunch more out today. It's all the UK things that are arriving right now. Also, Muckers Edit, my amazing Instagram BFF, sent me this little bracelet, which is so cute. I don't know why I'm like flailing it around like that. And also some really sweet, cool stuff. Someone sent a picture of Milo that they had drawn with pencils. Well, it's very sweet. Thank you so much. So by the way, this is the P.O. Box address. If you want it, it's right there. Also, a lot of people didn't know about this. We have a Muckers Finsta, by the way. I don't really promote it. So if I'm promoting it now, I will accept people right after this video, maybe for the next 24 hours or something. It's literally McIntyre's dump. It'll be pinned down below. You have to come and I have to accept you onto it. But basically, it's where I post everything and it's exclusive for us and the Muckers. So if you want to go over there, but let's get into the video, shall we? So this video is called James Charles is Cancelled, and it was posted on the 12th of May, 2019. All right, let's get into it.
Pro Jared did an oopsie. James Charles did probably the biggest oopsie of all time.
I'm also really intrigued to see if PewDiePie's opinion changed over the course of the videos, like when he started getting involved with James Charles. I'm very interested to see. I don't know, I just think it's really interesting that PewDiePie is involved in this lore. Like, what do you mean?
PewDiePie, no oopsie this week. I'm Glory Poopy, and you're watching Pew News.
Oh my god, I remember Pew News. I remember this. What a blast from the past. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me.
What's that? PewDiePie did do an oopsie this week? Damn it! PewDiePie here. I'd just like to apologize for my oopsie this week. I don't know where to begin. I thought the dog from Up was the dog from Pets. When the dog from...
I am still yet to see Pets, by the way. I went to the Universal ride and I loved it. Okay, James Charles, biggest oopsie of 2019. Let's get to... Oh, sorry, look at the edit. The son of James Charles over here. Okay. Wow, I'm excited to see his first take on this.
James Charles will have a scandal similar to the one he's had before. James Charles, absolutely not. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh my god, I remember this. So there was a predictions page, like you just saw, and it would do like yearly predictions, and they had tweeted that James Charles will be in a huge scandal, and I remember he had quoted it and being like, absolutely not, and his tweet went viral, and then ultimately the biggest scandal of his career.
Ba 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 ba. Oopsie doopsie whoopsie poopsie. This is a big one. James Charles going down to 16 million subscribers. And the internet could not be more thrilled. Congrats on 15 mil. Been here since 16. James Charles losing.
This is crazy. Oh my god, this final Monday in May, I guess, was the last time he gained subscribers for quite some time. Holy shit, it started with 4,000, 9,000, 5,000. Because keep in mind, if you're like, why was there only 4,000 people unsubscribing? He was also gaining subscribers during this time, so it was like leveling out. But then we start getting into minus 500,000. Minus 1.2 million. That is 1.2 million people in one day are unsubscribing to you. Like, Most people forget that they're subscribed, and also most people aren't subscribed. I see you, by the way. Fucking 72% of people that watch my videos in the last 2 weeks aren't subscribed. Go fuck yourself. But like most people like don't know if they're subscribed or not. So for 1.2 million people in one day to go out of their way to unsubscribe to you, whoo, that is crazy. And this day was when he gained 19 million views. So this is probably one of the peaks of it.
Lord Almighty, 1.4 million subscribers. Breaking records in losing subscribers faster than anyone has ever gained subscribers. So what happened? Well, YouTuber Tati
Now the crying!
made a video called Bye Sister. A clever play on words. Because James Charles' slogan is Hi Sisters.
And keep in mind, Shane Dawson wanted to help name it. So that came from the most clever YouTubers of all time.
And she called it Bye Sister. The T. Now this video is 43 minutes long. So I did the favor of watching it for you. You are welcome. Jesus Christ. Can you not make it any...
There's something really crazy about imagining PewDiePie sitting down and watching a 43-minute long drama video from Tati Westbrook where she's like posing the entire time and like sucking dick and cock. And you did it on my birthday dinner.
More or less concise. 43 minutes. You expect everyone... people know James Charles already. He's pretty... I think most people in the beauty community kind of... Yes, they're really big, but in the beauty community, but James
Fucking memes.
figures that kind of... People know about him, at least. And I think that's why this just got so massive. So what did she say? Well, she starts off by showing how they've been friends for a long time and she's been supporting James Charles for a long time.
James is here to do my bridal...
Again, I know that when Tati made the Breaking My Silence video, he was really against it, and he did like a live stream on it, which we will eventually get to, and he was very against her in that video, obviously because he had befriended James by this time, so I just wonder what his original take is.
Which is what I am wearing right now. I just wanted to congratulate you on almost 1 million on Instagram. I want to say huge congratulations to James.
Oh my god, I don't know if you can see this, but her Bye Sister video had 2.1 million likes and only 44,000 dislikes, which, you know, 44,000 dislikes, you know, sounds a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, Sebastian Williams, I just saw that YouTube channel in the recommended of PewDiePie. That was a drama channel. He did not like me. What is he up to these days? Or wait. Sebastian Williams or Sebastian Soto? Neither of them liked me. Oh my god, Sebastian Williams has not posted a video in 3 years. 3 years. Damn. I'm pretty sure Sebastian Soto. Yeah. Colleen Ballinger responds to lying fan. Have I already disliked this? Yeah, I have. Go fuck yourself. Colleen Ballinger responds to lying fan. Is there any comments being like, this aged bad? This aged like milk. Yes. Thank you, Trips. Thank you, Trips. Go fuck yourself, Sebastian Williams. Stupid twink. Anyways.
Not checked his channel out on YouTube.
Alright, we get it. She talks about why this video happened in the beginning, like why she's calling out James Charles. But it's very confusing. Unless you know what happened, you're not going to understand anything of it.
I'm going to share a lot of it with you because I feel at this point that I have to, because Gabriel Zamora decided to...
Gabriel... What does that mean? I don't understand. Oh god, do I have to watch... How many videos do I have to watch?
I love him.
This is literally all of you guys with these revisited. How many of these videos do we have to watch? I'm actually asking you how many do I have to make, because I make these and then you're asking for another one.
I am there for this kid, through and through.
So she's been supporting James for a long time. Then she talks how fame has changed James Charles.
Fame, power, and a fat bank account will change almost anyone. And if you don't have people that will tell you to your face that you're doing the wrong things, you will change.
And then she finished off by completely disassociating herself from James Charles. It feels like she feels responsible for creating this monster that is James Charles, and it makes sense
so dramatic
with that.
I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to be associated with you. And I need to say that very publicly so that this chapter can just be closed.
She explains some examples of how she helped James Charles with contracts and her husband helping him and all this sort of thing.
He didn't have money for the flight or hotel, so I paid for that happily. But your family, how can I help you? My husband would spend hours on the phone looking over contracts, getting him in a better position. So we helped him get into a style hall back when basically no one wanted to work with him because of his Ebola scandal.
And then finally, I think the most hard-hitting thing is about how James Charles kind of used his fame and power to get straight people into getting with him. That's sort of his kink, it seems like. Okay, all right. And she calls out what's problematic about that.
Literally made me want to vomit. Oh my God.
You tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow you're the victim. It's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality when they are still, you know, merging into adulthood. Haven't figured out yet.
You are using
Your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening them. Oh, fuck. Threatening to embarrass them.
That's basically the gist of the video. James Charles, not a good person. I think there's plenty of reason to dislike him. I mean, we've seen so many strange things about him. As soon as anyone says anything about James Charles, you'll get this tweet saying, "This is not funny, delete this immediately or my lawyer will be in contact." Okay. Full disclaimer, I'm not excusing his behavior. I don't think it's right. But with this massive amount of backlash, he's facing the...
Okay, interesting. So basically, it started off as PewDiePie not necessarily having a problem with Tati. It ended up turning into that once he became friends with James and Tati made her video, you know, crying, the Breaking My Silence one. Then he turned on her, you know, PewDiePie hated her. But I think PewDiePie is coming at this very clearly from the perspective of someone who has been cancelled a lot on YouTube and has faced a lot of losing subscribers, losing brand deals, being dropped in the media, like, which is what was happening to James. So I think that PewDiePie is coming from a sympathetic standpoint here just because he's been through it as well, for different reasons, and many of them. So I think that that's why he probably had a soft spot for James and why he took him, you know, under his wing.
Biggest sub drop that anyone's ever faced on YouTube. Look at all the controversies that has happened on YouTube. Is this really like that comparable? It seems to me that a lot of people respect this Tati figure, at least in the beauty community. And James Charles is already this controversial figure that people aren't really sure about. So for her to make this big stance of disassociating herself from James Charles, it seems that a lot of people are just latching onto that just to shit on James Charles. Which I get it. It's funny. It's like everyone is like, ha ha, unsubscribe, ha ha ha. Because there are a couple things about this that genuinely bother me.
I mean, what he's saying there is true. So I'm going to have to get rid of captions so I can make this video bigger. What he's saying there is definitely true, and we've said it before, that people respected Tati, which is why they gravitated to support her in this video, and also people were looking for a reason to hate James Charles because he was just fucking annoying and getting involved in so many petty little things that basically everything worked out well against James Charles.
When I saw it, why did this video actually being made? What caused her to get so upset? It's not really clear in the video, at least unless you understand what happened. I looked into it, and the whole thing makes even less sense. At least, you know, for an outsider, I could still misunderstand things about it, but this is what caused the controversy. This Instagram post.
To Sugar Bear Hair, I met their team weekend one at Coachella, and they really helped me and my friends out with
God, if James could go back and not make this, wouldn't he? Fuck me.
security because it was crazy. You guys probably already know about their iconic hair vitamins, but they just came out with brand new vegan sleep vitamins, and first of all, they taste so bomb, but most importantly,
I hate influencers. I hate the fact that he's like, they taste so yummy. I love these. Promoting like these fucking vitamins to his audience, and he didn't even have the time to try them because he literally got the sponsorship a couple days before this. Evil.
and it always comes late at night when I'm laying in bed thinking, which is not fun or fresh. So I've been taking these 30 minutes before bed, and they've been really helping. So if you guys
The way he's just lying.
James Charles is dealing with existential dread. Just take some sleep vitamins. Okay, that's it. That's what caused his whole thing, and that is what caused Tati to go on Instagram and post this big rant about how upset she was.
When you do so much for people
Video.
and
She goes, I just want to lift the veil to show you that I'm a real person and you're my friend. She kept saying that.
Don't even see you.
So why was this a big deal for Tati? Well, Tati has her own brand of vitamins, which are health and beauty vitamins. So for him to not promo her friend's vitamin product and promote some other product, apparently she felt very betrayed by this.
I'm just so upset.
The product that James promoted was for sleeping.
Came out with brand new vegan sleep vitamins, and first of all, they taste so bomb. But
Tati's product is for health and beauty. Yes, the company does do those type as well, but he specifically held up this bag of bottle of sleep pills, and that's what.
That is something very fair to admit, the fact that, yes, Sugar Bear Hair is a competitor, but at the end of the day, Tati Westbrook wasn't selling a sleep vitamin, she was selling a hair vitamin. I'm sure they all fucking have the same shite in them, but that also is a very valid thing, and to think that James Charles had promoted, you know, Tati Westbrook's Halo Beauty vitamins before, so he had promoted them, but Tati, make some sleep pills if you want him to promote that, you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't really a rival product, it was a rival company.
We talked about to sleep. So after Tati made this post on Instagram, James Charles deleted the post and apologized. Said, I want to publicly apologize to my close friend Tati. She's been like a mother. And
I really wonder how James was able to do this, because there's a thing in contracts whenever you have a sponsorship that you have to keep it up. It's normally like a year, at least, if you sign the contract. So I wonder how he was able to basically be like, I apologize for doing that sponsorship. Maybe because they got so much attention from it that they didn't care.
Support. And this weekend I did an Instagram story for vitamins because they helped me with security at Coachella. I did not accept any money. Tati has a vitamin brand which I take daily. I did not think about the competition, which was a major.
He literally says in this he takes her vitamins daily, which Sugar Bear Hair could have been annoyed at.
That I hurt someone that I truly love and have endless respect for. So he deleted the post, didn't take any money, and apologized. Maybe I'm naive. It seems to me like this was an oversight. From a creator's perspective, I've done this too. A brand does you a favor and you just be like, all right, fine, an Insta chat. We're cool now. It's kind of like a throwaway thing. It doesn't seem impossible that this was just a mistake. You know, it seems like the kind of thing where they could just call each other and resolve this. But according to Tati...
But clearly, Tati wasn't responding to James's calls or texts. James showed us proof of that, but I'm pretty sure she said the opposite.
I want to share with you guys really quickly why I'm being so public about this, because I know the first thing a lot of people will say is, hey, why didn't you pick up the phone? Why didn't you message him back? Like, you guys should have handled this privately.
Right. Why not? I don't get it. I really don't get it. So let's hear the motivation to why she decided to make this video to destroy James Charles' career.
I was planning on hopping in my car and, you know, sitting down with him, but I changed my mind very, very quickly.
She was planning to talk to James, but she changed her mind. Why?
When I found out that he had been giving his side to drama channels, he had been in contact with plenty of them.
Because you message drama channels!
All about damage control and had little to do.
But she was also messaging drama channels.
So basically, she didn't resolve this privately with James Charles because she found out that he's been talking to drama channels. Something that she admits that she's done as well. She said she talked to...
I have spoken with 2 drama channels that reached out, and one of them is Here for the Tea, the other is Tea Spill.
So she's spoken to drama channels as well, and this is the reason why she didn't want to talk to James. Well, if you go to one of the drama channels that she mentions, Tea Spill, they post that James Charles said this: until Tati feels comfortable and ready to talk to me in private, I don't feel comfortable commenting about her publicly.
I immediately knew that this was all about damage control and had little to do with his character.
Wow, I had never seen that, actually. I had never seen that before, that James Charles said to T-Spell that he wasn't going to comment on Tati, but yet Tati said that he was I'm sure he was. I'm sure Tati was as well, but I mean... just seemed like she just wanted to make the video.
She was mad that he talked to drama channels because she thought he was going to expose her. This is what he said. I really don't get it.
Basically waiting for her to be comfortable.
I just don't think what Tati did is that justified. She says how fame changed James Charles and that she's been this mentor figure for him.
Fame, power,
And a fat bank account.
will change almost anyone.
She says she tried to be that person for him, but I think it's worth noting here that Tati is 37 years old. James Charles is still a teenager. Yes, he's 19.
19 and 37.
Excuse his behavior, but for a mother figure to just completely drag this kid, no one has a problem with this over something that could be resolved in private. I have plenty of YouTubers
I mean, he makes great points.
to me publicly that has been humiliating, but either we talk it out in private or I just stop being friends with them. It's not that difficult. I can't imagine just making a video publicly dragging someone instead of talking to them, ignoring their calls and just be like, I'm gonna drag this person online instead. It feels very manipulative, this whole thing. Maybe you don't agree with me on that, but I have a few more points to prove that, and it's how she talks about her brand. If you ask people what did James Charles do, people will say, oh, he tried to manipulate people about their sexuality. That was the big drama, right? But then what has that to do with Tatiana's brand?
Good enough on its own.
Tatiana.
And
I mean, again, we said this when we watched her video. With this new perspective, you really do realize that her Bye Sister video is one big promotion, whether it's for Jeffree Star Cosmetics, that PR package is some reason in the background, or whether it's her talking about how amazing her products are. And again, she's separating herself from Sugar Bear Hair by saying about how great hers are and how people need to try hers and blah, blah. She really did the promotion. She did the same thing that Jeffree did in the, what's it called? Doing What's Right video. God, there's so many fucking titles. Where he's, you know, using that opportunity for an apology video or an exposed video to basically promote his brand. Tati did the same thing, and I'm glad Felix is picking up on it.
we're selling like hotcakes. Like, I don't need to at this point. As we grow, maybe I will, but that's not where my spend is. Like, I'm not gonna put.
I really would love for it to leak how many sales she got after Bye Sister. I want that to leak so bad. I want to know how much she profited off of this. Not only the video, but like sales.
100,000
Heck, even I wanted to buy it.
Instagram post for someone to jam a pill in their mouth and smile that probably isn't taking it. I'd rather put that $100,000 into research and creating a really dope product that people really love, and that's why they come back for more.
My product is selling like hotcakes. I just care about spending money to make my product as good as possible. This is an ad.
Go with my intuition and to like really, really try to do the right thing and to be a good person. And I know I'm a role model, and that matters to me, and that has gravity to me.
People see me as a good person, and I know I'm a role model. It feels a lot like James Charles bad, me very good, very good. My brand good, James Charles bad.
And I want to make
I mean, yeah, she definitely is making a separation as Tati being good, but also that her brand is being good. And I think the reason for that is because for her to take down James Charles, she needed to be liked, which is why she is complimenting herself and speaking so highly about herself. And then I think the reason that she's talking so highly about her brand and separating it from Sugar Bear Hair is because this was the opportunity really to one-up Sugar Bear Hair. And for a time being, she did.
a difference. And let me also share that when I do reach the level of success that I hope to with Halo, I'm going to make a lot of positive changes. I have huge plans for what I want to do to give back. And I have a
She want to do good with this brand. Oh, she has plans for huge changes to do a lot of good. Then just do it. Saying you're gonna do good things means nothing, okay? It's just another thing. It just feels weird to me how everyone absolutely love her. Look how many people like this video. It feels very manipulative. She's putting herself on a pedestal while she clearly...
And also, Felix made this video when this was a very unpopular opinion. So maybe that's why James Charles ended up trusting him so much. Because, I mean, again, PewDiePie was the biggest YouTube channel at this time. So, like, it doesn't matter if people don't, like, side with his opinion on this. But, like, he really did go completely against public opinion here. And that would be a daunting task for someone who's not involved in the drama community because there's a lot of information you miss. But I mean, ultimately, not all, but most things he's saying aged very well.
He was completely fine not outing this behavior about James Charles, essentially abusing people's sexuality. And as long as James Charles would have instead promoted her vitamins, she would have been fine with it. She would not.
We made this point as well. She only had a problem with the sexual stuff when her brand was in trouble.
Just because it was an opportunity for her to do that. And I do have a big problem with that.
And to be a good person, and I know I'm a role model, and that matters to me.
And the fact that a lot of people are celebrating this as something positive, because yes, it's fun to drag someone online, it's very troubling to me how this sort of behavior gets rewarded online. This is 24 million views. For me to be the only one thinking this way, it feels a bit weird to me, and that's why I feel like I have to bring my opinion on this from a YouTuber perspective. James Charles has not been secret about liking straight guys. It's something that he's been spelling out for years. Attractive straight boys will be the death of me.
You have an issue with straight boys.
Not Rylan.
Work it out.
I'm working on it, girl.
You have to be able to find a masculine gay guy.
I mean, there are a million of them, but there's no challenge in that.
That's never gonna end in a relationship.
Well, not with that attitude, it won't.
Well, if anything, you're just looking in the wrong place.
Sorry, Shane wearing a Shanae shirt in 2019, but in 2020 he said that he was so embarrassed of all that racist behavior.
The straight guy.
So people were fine with this until it became a big deal. Until it's like, oh, okay, now everyone's unfollowing James Charles. Like, all these people in the community that are also so controversial have all unfollowed him. I feel like there has to be something else, right? There has to be something else that James Charles has done that I don't know about, that hasn't surfaced yet. Because otherwise,
Well, I mean, ultimately, it aged that way. You know, ultimately, no one really associates with James because of what has been proven that he has done. But back then, we can't speak on what he did or did not do. We know what he's done now, but we don't know. But I mean, that was all his friends unfollowing him. It could have been that they knew something, or it could have been that they didn't want the bad press.
doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying that I think he's innocent. I just say they both exposed themselves, in my opinion. So again, according to Tati, this whole thing started because Tati thinks that he went through this elaborate stunt at Coachella about security to make a promo for this vitamin brand on Instagram. And everyone's going, yay, tea!
Oh my god, it's so loud.
Fucking cringe.
Gave me like a fucking
So
heart.
pathetic, all of you. That's just my opinion. I'm Puppy Poopy Pup. Goodbye.
All right. Now, PewDiePie ended up making a couple more videos, a bunch of collabs with James. They used to play Minecraft together all the time. And then he ended up responding to Tati Westbrook's Break My Silence, like I said. And he really went ride or die for James in the end. Like really, really ride or die, really against Tati. We're going to get to all of it. We're going to see how it progresses, how it's aged, when James gets involved, how much PewDiePie's opinion changed when, you know, he was like friends with James. I want to know what his opinion is of, I want to know what Felix thinks of James Charles now when there's actual evidence of him, you know. I'm going to see you in my next one. Goodbye.